YouTube, how's it going? Welcome back to the channel. Today guys, we're gonna talk about DRYTRONS or DRYTRONS or WETRONS. That's what my subscribers tell me. The reason why we're doing this is because I want to try myself grinding this deck into Masters, but so far it got me into like Diamond 3 at the moment. And one other reason why I wanted to try this one out is because I was so curious. I honestly did not know how this deck works. My idea with DRYTRONS was just because with the ultimateness before, when it got very powerful with the Herald and then the Cyber Angel Ben 10 during that era. The newer cards was a little bit different though. The new and the new daddy is all here. Yeah, it's calling me. It's like, hey, play me. That was very awkward. But yeah, it keeps calling me that I should try it and then place this one on the right tier. So far, I was prematurely, like I said, putting this one in Rogue in my last tier list video. And I got curious. And then one person commented in that video that DRYTRONS are a bit flexible now with the newer supports, so I got even more curious on how the deck does today, or would it sustain in the current format that we're in. So I went ahead and just crafted the whole thing, and then here we got. We played this one in the stream, a couple of games in the stream a few days back. I've seen some builds that run this on a 50 or a 60 card deck. I haven't seen a person run this on a 40 card deck, because I think majority of the supports for the DRYTRONS are a lot. I do think the better version for this is with the 50 or the 60 card pile. If you still don't know how this deck works, is DRYTRONS is based on special summonings. So the only two monsters in your deck that you can normal summon is a copy of your Vanity's Ruler, which is a bit more of a toxic side for the DRYTRON archetype. Well, typically the ultimate test before was a bit toxic, but you can't out it unless you tribute it. So another thing here is the Vanity's Ruler, so your opponent can't spell summon monsters, which is a pretty good card to have in the current format that we're in, especially if we're going up against Tenpais, Yubels, things like that spell summons a monster during the battle phase. So very much important for the archetype itself as a more win type of a card. Now I did just recently add this though. I did remove this before and then ran a copy of Natasha, sorry. Akasha is from Dota 2. I ran Natasha before, and I was like saying, might as well gonna run DRYTRONS at full power, so just having a copy of Vanity's Ruler just for a more win type of condition for the deck. And another card that gives you more wins is a copy of Harpy's Featherstorm. Now, if you're wondering why are we running this, because DRYTRONS are machine monsters, there is one XZ monster or one rank 1 XZ monster that is a winged beast that can summon with the field, needs only level 1 as its materials. So the Kikinagashi Fuku is a level 1 winged beast wind monster that you can summon to the field, and plus with a quick effect you can detach 2 materials from this card. This card can't be destroyed by battle and you take no battle damage from this card. It meets the criteria of Harpy's Featherstorm. You activate this during your opponent's turn, it negates any monster effects your opponent activates. The newer ritual monster is basically 2 monster negates, which is pretty good. So your DRYTRON monsters, generally one spell summon to the field can gain you access to another ritual monster, a ritual spell. Spell summons a monster from your graveyard to your field, brings back a DRYTRON monster from your banished pile to your graveyard, and I think that's basically it. Oh yeah, and one summon to the field, you can draw 1 card. So that's basically the overall GIF for the deck, or the overall DRYTRON cards. The newer support for the DRYTRON new is you just need 1 DRYTRON card on the field, whether it is a monster or a spell or trap card, which is the Fafnir. You can summon this one to the field and you can just gain access to 1 DRYTRON monster from your deck to your hand. So more consistent than ever now in gaining more advantage on the board. We're running a copy of Forbidden Droplet because the best thing about the DRYTRONS is they work the same way if you have the DRYTRON monsters on hand or in the graveyard. So you have to tribute another DRYTRON name from your hand or field for that effect to take place. A ritual spell, you can ritual summon a ritual monster from your hand or from your graveyard to your field. So you just have to tribute this one in case you have this on hand with a DRYTRON monster, and then spell summon it later on with a copy of the ritual spell, which is kind of neat. And then since you're working with a 50 or a 6 card pile, I do think that running a copy of Triple Tactics Thrust is way better, because you can also get a copy of Nova, which spell summons a DRYTRON monster from your deck to the field, which is typically your targets for this is a DRYTRON Nu or any card for that matter. And then you go into a copy of Fafnir at this point. So far, overall, I do love the 60 card pile. I do love the 50 card pile as well. But with this type of version, I do think that this is still a pretty good, like lower tier good deck that you can play in the current format. Having to have this type of variant with the Vantage Ruler and a copy of Harpy's Featherstorm. So it's not really like too bad that you can run this in the current format that we're in today. Nevertheless, that is basically Drytrons there. So I think that's basically it. That's the overall things that I know with the Drytron archetype, the newer version. So what are your thoughts on the Drytrons? Are you running this in the current format that we're in, or in the rank? Tell me your thoughts on the deck. I'll see you guys in the next video. Keep safe, good luck. If you like this kind of content, like and subscribe. See you guys later. Goodbye.